We affirm that a nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought. So said the leaders of the 5 official nuclear weapon states in January 2022. The two nations that have the most nuclear weapons are US and Russia. Between them, they have over 10,000 nuclear weapons, enough to destroy every major city in the world many times over. An all out nuclear war can eradicate human civilization in a matter of hours. Even a limited nuclear war between India and Pakistan, for example, would inject enough black carbon soot into the atmosphere from the burning cities to blot out the sun and cripple the planet's food growing capacity for several years, causing global famine. These horrific eventualities are made ever more likely as more and more countries acquire nuclear weapons. When everyone has nuclear weapons, any conflict anywhere in the world can turn into a nuclear war. And once a limited nuclear war starts, no one knows how to keep it limited. No one knows how to stop it from becoming a global Armageddon. Now, every nuclear weapon requires a nuclear explosive, and that's either highly enriched uranium or plutonium. These are the two so-called strategic nuclear materials, which must not fall into the hands of criminals or terrorists or unstable governments. Possession of either of these two materials makes it possible to construct enormously destructive nuclear explosive devices. We could wake up one day and find Washington, D.C. gone, or Moscow, or Tokyo, or Beijing, and not even know who did it. The uranium that is used as fuel in commercial reactors is not weapons usable because the explosive variety of uranium is too diluted. It's less than 5%, not enough to cause an explosion. Uranium enrichment has to be at least 20%, and preferably much more than that, to make a bomb. Plutonium, on the other hand, can always be used for weapons regardless of the percentages. It is the most widely used nuclear explosive material in the world today. Now, plutonium is a uranium derivative. It is created as a byproduct in every uranium-fueled nuclear reactor. But the used nuclear fuel is so radioactive that it will kill any unshielded human being that comes too close. In this way, the intense radiation of the used fuel acts as a kind of firewall, protecting the plutonium from theft or diversion or use in nuclear weapons. So the military has developed technology that extracts plutonium from the used nuclear fuel. It's called reprocessing. Plutonium is separated out from all the other radioactive waste materials. And once that's done, plutonium can be packaged and handled safely without shielding, and can even be smuggled across borders without much danger of detection. So plutonium reprocessing technology is exceedingly dangerous as it can make plutonium more accessible to militaristic regimes as well as to subnational terrorist groups. In 1974, India exploded its first atomic bomb using plutonium produced in a Canadian research reactor that was given to India as a gift. The original was built at Chalk River, where Canada produced plutonium and sold it to the US military for bombs from 1947 to 1965. In 1977, US President Jimmy Carter banned commercial plutonium reprocessing in the USA because of the weapons proliferation dangers. Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau of Canada followed suit by nixing a commercial reprocessing plan put forward by Atomic Energy of Canada Limited, also in 1977. 1 year later, Trudeau told the United Nations General Assembly that if we humans want to get rid of nuclear weapons, we must start with a strategy of suffocation, choking off what he called the vital oxygen on which the nuclear arms race feeds. In other words, stop producing nuclear explosives, stop making plutonium and highly enriched uranium. But now his son, Justin Trudeau, is encouraging and even using our tax money to help finance a reprocessing plant in New Brunswick designed to extract plutonium from used nuclear fuel already stored at the Point Lepreau nuclear generating station. The plutonium is to be used to fuel an unbuilt and untested molten salt reactor proposed by UK-based Boltex Corporation. Canada wants to export these new reactor designs around the world. It is a reckless idea. As president of the Canadian Coalition for Nuclear Responsibility, I strongly support the campaign to pressure our government to ban plutonium reprocessing in Canada. Thank you.